doing recap?
Yeah, who's doing recap? What?
I think it's me.
I did last week.
And I think Jamie did I did the week before, but that was in place of.
Yeah, but we just
Yeah.
switched, so it's technically Jamie's turn.
We're live.
We live.
We're live.
Hello, welcome back to Roll for Story, where everyone's forgotten.
That was clearly rehearsed.
Yeah. So, I'll do my best to try and stay awake. Haven't had much sleep, so if you see me nodding off, shout.
How about this? If you fall asleep, we level up.
I was. Yes.
No deal.
No sleep for you.
You're just getting into character for being Carius because he also had no sleep.
That's true, yeah. Speaking of Carius and the wonderful adventures, flying over the air on his magical glaive. Carius, can you take us back in time 1 week precisely?
Right.
In game time.
So, I tried to convince the Sigil Leaves, or Siggy Leaves if you're a Borzo, that their plans are basically terrible and they need to basically explore the world and understand the uniqueness of life rather than disparaging diversity, because we must all be the same or we die, basically. This argument didn't go across that well. In fact, I think I may have set them on a path of world domination. But, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go see the Borzo, took Llewellyn with me, flew 8 hours across the island to go speak to their leader. I only took Llewellyn because I needed a translator and he had things he wanted to do. And he examined some rusties, which are magic items. Managed to convince them to let us go to the temple on their behalf, and their leader, Jack Rack, is coming with us. Meanwhile, the others, having their nice sleep, or... Nope, none of them are elves, so yes, sleep. Basically went to this ritual place. Eirina and Kashan agreed to take part in this ritual. Andy waited outside with Tapklo. Rip Dip had disappeared to fulfill some sort of secret dastardly plan. Eirina got turned into a sigil leaf, but Candlewick seems to have some sort of control behind, like an influence of some sort. Like, you can see like the smoke in the eyes if you look close enough. Kashan managed to resist, but Egbert is now eggplant. But yeah, Eirina managed to convince them that Kashan had been transformed because he was part of her, and they're now going to the temple on their half. Oh, and Rip Dip tried to unleash a swarm of termites, but they weren't like super mega termites. They were just kind of like little like pea bugs, so they weren't doing much more damage than normal stuff.
That's his master plan. Just be a nuisance.
I think that's about it. I haven't had much sleep, so if I've forgotten anything, I blame Llewellyn.
Okay. Speaking of sleep, you're down like a lot of spell slots on you and stuff.
Yep, I'm about got half my spell slots left at most.
Brilliant. All right. Okay. We're gonna do this starting with. Let's start with Kashan's company, and then go backwards from there. All right. So everyone in company of the Sigil Leaf, the Great Wise Old One, it seems like he has come with you to explore the ruins, or at least lead you to them directly. And it's not long before they actually get there. In fact, it feels like all the rough terrain, the hardships of cutting your way through the jungle has been nullified just by being in the company of him, as he is able to turn the rough ground into easy walkable surfaces. Just simply with a wave of his hand, you see the trees, the roots, they all recede back, enabling you guys to make a very clean path straight to the ruins. And it's not long before you reach, I would say, around about noon, where the sun is highest. Seems fitting to enter the actual Temple of the Sun, as he's been continually saying. When you do finally arrive, you see the ruined structure of like a ziggurat. It looks quite heavily crumbled. There are roots and vines kind of wrapped up and trying to force their way into the actual temple itself. There are some statues that still lie around, but this place looks much more intact than anything else you've seen thus far. And once again, the stonework seems very cleanly cut. Nothing could have possibly been man-made. And yeah, the ziggurat stands at about at least 90 foot tall, I'd say. But it does look like the top half of it has perhaps crumbled, so it could have been higher, but you're not 100% sure. Either way, it definitely looks like the temple leads in and down. It might be bigger on the inside, but there are others as well. There's not just that singular ziggurat. There is actually a couple of others dotted about, each kind of with their own statues adorned. But there's a concerned look on the sigil leaf's face. He says, "Oh my, something has shattered the entranceway. Well, not entirely. But it looks like something went on a rampage. Yes, a rampage. Destruction. Devastation. Blasphemy. Heretics." Sister's continuous voice echoing in your head. Eirina. That is. And you can hear an echo of it as well, Kashan.
Yep.
Well,
We should probably press on quickly.
Yes, whatever did this is probably still floating around.
But also, I think we're only going to find this one side if the sun's at its fullest. Or at its highest. That's what I meant.
the sun should be directly above us. Yes, in the prime position.
And is
They turn around. Are you coming? At this point, you see Rip Dip looking around.
Are you guys just talking to yourself?
They seem to be talking to all of us, I guess. It's a very...
Not all of us.
I'll translate for you.
Thank you.
I'll
I just see you two kind of looking at the space and I'm thinking, something's going on.
I'll just kind of be like talking out loud to kind of like echo it for Andy.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'll lead on.
Alright.
Ooh, I should zoom out.
Oh, indeed. Alright, so I love how the others can't even see what's going on right now. Okay, it does look like recent carnage. Like all these other stone pillars aren't like as overgrown. They have just been knocked over probably recently. There's a lot of masonry kind of lying around. It's almost as if like the entire top half of the ziggurat has been kind of smashed in. And what did I just miss? You just dropped something.
Oh, good.
What the hell?
Keep going. That shit's good.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, fuck,
I'm just
it's
worried about
everywhere.
your head.
Fuck. Keep going.
Yeah, sure,
Oh,
okay.
fuck, it's everywhere.
You dropped his red balls. Oh,
He thought he was smart by doing magic, and he tapped his staff behind him. And then when he turned around, the staff clocked him on the head.
I love the fact that that's now on the live stream.
Yeah.
Make it into a clip and just have it on repeat.
gosh,
And we'll want that clipped, like the "Who do you serve?"
Keep going.
Oh god.
Okay. Tell me when you're
We're
back.
consummate professionals, everyone.
I'm still here.
We can tell what kind of session this is going to be. From
gonna
who's
be a
doing
simple
recap? Are
roll
we
for
doing
story
recap to
session.
this?
I don't know how to clip something.
Keep going.
Okay, alright, well then, sure, so effectively you come up into this ruined entrance, and you're tiptoeing your way through the broken rubble, and you can hear, yes, this must have been recent. We have not long. Quick.
Can we confirm that it's potentially that big tree thing?
How do you want to do that check? Do you want to roll me a survival, or do you want to investigate something?
Well, judging from the size of the damage, and is there any sort of like leafy debris from it, like on the floor or?
Okay, roll me an investigation check. Or a survival, either one.
25.
25. Wow. Well, there's no secrets with you guys, is there? There is 100% several parts where there are just large craters of like a footprint, as if a heavy weight has pushed down, cracking the stonework. And where its track has been left, there are indeed leaves, tiny bits of broken vines and roots.
In which case, Irina will try to sort of almost send the memory over to the ancient one. I don't really know his name, but
Sigil leaf. We are one. We are one name.
it's gonna take me a while to get used to that. But sure, I send it to myself.
Good. He says, well then, we must hurry.
It's memory to me.
As he gets closer, he says, ah, I feared this. The ancient temples have a way of guarding themselves against outside threats. A sort of protection protocol. Yes, secure, safe.
Booby trapped.
Temple of Sun must be protected. It would seem as though that self-defenses are currently active. And he leads you deeper into the ruin. And Cameron, you're back? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what you effectively see is... I'll put him up. Oh, I'll just leave it in this corner. Why not? This is what you're seeing. Oop, here we go, cool. There is an entranceway, and it seems to lead deeper into the ruins. Where this puddle is, it's almost like a giant footprint's come down and smashed into it. It's filled up with rainwater, but you can tell there are like leaves floating in it, fresh ones, broken vines and such.
Oh, we couldn't come in here, but the monkeys can?
There is a monkey. Monkey
They're not one with us.
They are one.
I mean, that was my first thing I saw. It was like, monkey!
That was my first thing that I put in the Twitch chat.
Everyone's like, monkey! Oh, losing their minds over here. Actually, you know what? He says, you are right. Shoo, be gone. Gone, monkey. And you see him use a bit of druidcraft to scare away the monkey.
Oh, poor monkey.
Oh.
What did the monkey do?
It is not one.
Heretic trespassing.
Heretic.
All right. Nonetheless, the sun is directly above you, beaming down and into this ruined area. But the entrance is still quite clear. It says we must tread carefully, else we could run into some more dangers. Yes, traps, hazards. You hear this echoing voice. And
I should be able to take care of them. Or maybe I'd turn to Andy.
I can try.
We can both give it a go.
I'd like.
Try the flying kitty thing again.
This is very true. What is my sleight of hand? Oh, damn, my sleight of hand.
Alright.
So yeah, me and Andy will push to the front and just kind of like scout out for any kind of traps.
Trops? Okay, roll me a investigation or a perception check.
Uh,
I'm gonna go perception.
Okay.
cool. I'll assess. Oh wow, 11! Jesus Christ! So, yeah. So roll again with the advantage, right, Chris?
I'll just roll again.
Oh, you're helping.
Yeah.
Sure.
23.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, it does seem as though there is perhaps something of a a large set of pressure plates in front of you. They do look pretty obvious, and for that reason, you're not sure whether it's something that you have to step on, or whether it is a trap that's just crudely placed to just stop perhaps animals or stupid intruders. But there is a large pressure plate in front of you, and there's a huge archway leading to a door. It is wooden and it's covered in a few dangling vines. Something you notice about the vines is they look like new shoots. There's a green luster to them that shows that perhaps they're only just sprouted, which is odd because the rest of the ruin seems to have like these old ancient vines clinging to the sides. But these are brand new and they're over the door.
Could you boop up the picture again for us?
Mm-hmm. It's in the bottom right, but sorry, yeah, it isn't there. But
Perfect.
yeah, so you've kind of gone through one of the doors, and you're in this large corridor. There's a huge set of steps leading up to this door, and there's pressure plates at the base of it.
Okay.
How many? Are they kind of like all clustered together, like a keyboard sort of shape, or is it just,
Yeah.
random and dotted around?
Yeah, no, I'd say they're all like in a keyboard-like shape.
Okay. Because my brain just went, maybe she should dance across them.
Perhaps we should test the waters slightly here.
A lot of them's covered in kind of like a bit of rubble and leaves and such.
My brain just kind of like saw prancing across them and just setting off all the traps, so there was not.
As you get closer and
I'm not stupid.
you inspect it, it does seem to be like that of a keyboard like sort of style. And
Do we
don't think
know whether you're supposed to trigger these or not trigger these?
that's right. You're not sure.
Of the mind.
Yes. They come here
I think-
frequently.
They resemble something that Kishan can understand, but can't read. A lettering, an alphabet that you do understand, but doesn't make sense to you, I guess.
Did you say reading?
Indeed.
I read all languages.
Fine, then you push Kashan out of the way, off the cigarette. This is my adventure now. And you, you perfectly understand what it says. It is the Elvish alphabet.
Ah,
All aligned in a square-like structure with, like you say, it's like a keyboard styled checkerboard, I guess.
QWERTY keyboard?
maybe.
Yeah, but this is important. Is it a Windows keyboard or a Mac one? Because they're different.
Canadian.
Perfect.
It's QWERTY.
It literally is A, B, C. It's not like an actual keyboard. It's just,
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's not. You don't see A, B, and C. You see, like, na, nu, er, e, you know, kind of
Go
thing.
on, Chris.
A, B,
You want them all?
C.
All the way to Z, Chris. Go on.
Z. There is no Z in the Elvish alphabet.
Ooh.
Have you ever heard an elf go zzz? Just
No,
something.
They say it
Unsound.
all backwards and hop on one leg. We need to know if you're drunk or not.
Perhaps the hive mind might understand. I mean, they've been here before. Maybe there's a way to activate this.
We have, but we have simply passed on through. Yes, we are one with the temple. It has free access. But now there seems to be, well, something different about that door. Yes, new sprout.
Well, so it's an Elvish alphabet.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
You speak Sylvan, don't you, Kashan?
I will just double check. I do, yes. So I would
Yeah.
understand it.
So
Because-
you understand it, but you don't. But for you, it's something different. Like the sound of each one of them actually sounds different in your mind. Well, rather than sounding like Elvish, they sound more like musical notes, I guess.
Okay. So I'm going to look over the letters, and I'm going to say I have a couple that I could try. Maybe it might work. I mean, I don't know what happens if we get this wrong.
Riptip just looks like he's yawning. He starts to go towards not the alphabet, but he tries to get around to go up the stairs. Okay, like, why don't we just? Oh yeah, none of you understand him actually. So he's just like,
I grab Ripped It and just kind of hold him. You know, like a toddler would hold like a cat with its legs hanging down.
yeah, you can try. Give me a athletics check.
14. No, he gets away.
Oh,
It's too heavy.
but he quickly ducks under you, and yeah, as he's walking across the stonework, his form turns to that of stone. You try to grab him. He was light before when he was being given a piggyback, but now he's like weighing like a cinder block. And as you try to lift him, he's too heavy, and he jumps out of the way and rushes towards the stairs.
Well,
At that
if he
moment,
sets off the traps and kills himself, I don't care.
but yes, there is something that happens. As soon as he walks up one of the steps, you see that you can hear his feet crunching across the leaves and vines. And as soon as he takes his first step onto the stairs, there's a tremor slightly throughout the ground, throughout the walls, and you see those tiny little offshoots, those sprouts suddenly. This rampant growth suddenly happens, and the vines suddenly wrap all the way over the door, forming a shield. As loads of these roots and hands suddenly crisscross, forming this cage around the door, completely obscuring any seam, keyhole, or anything like that. It's just covered.
Blocking our
Well?
exit or our entrance?
blocking the entrance. However, with that, there is also suddenly a flare of light. It feels like sunlight, as you can even feel the warmth coming from it. And it seems to flare out from the actual roots themselves, almost like there's a crack in the bark. And it starts to spell out something. And to everyone, even people who can read languages, it looks like kind of gibberish, but it is written in the Elvish script. So I'll take you to the next part, next map. After that's finished, Riptiv's like, kind of falls back on his bum and scrambles away. And then more Elvish script starts appearing above this one sentence, and this appears again in the Elvish script, starting to make sense. And as it lights up word by word, you can actually hear the minds of the sigil leafs all speaking in unison as they're reading it. So I'll translate this part for you at the very least. It says,
Yeah.
it says, sometimes you need to be watching your back. Other times you need to suspect everyone. But in this particular instance, you are 3 steps ahead. And I'll drag you to your little puzzle map.
Could I have that written down?
Yeah, you can. It's on the puzzle map.
Can I have it with the solution?
No, you can. Have fun, guys.
Oh,
And he's just like,
God.
well, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
She can hardly
God.
read common, let alone Elvish.
Mm,
Good job.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard puzzle.
Have you tried Fireball?
And you see that immediately Sigil Leaf is stumped. He says, that Elvish is... It doesn't make sense to me.
It seems to be some form of code. Perhaps.
That doesn't even rhyme.
Sometimes you need to be watching your back. Sometimes you need to suspect everyone. But in this particular
You need your
instance,
ears checked.
steps ahead.
But it would appear this is one of the first self-defenses of the temple. There must be some sort of password or sequence. And Rip Dib didn't jump on any square, he just tried to go up the stairs.
Sometimes you need to watch your back. Sometimes you need to suspect everyone. In this particular instance, I'm a fighter, not a problem solver.
Cool.
I solved it! I punched the door.
If you try that, I mean, you can certainly try.
Oh god, no.
Okay, cool. Alright, so to stop this being a load of dead air while you try to figure this out, we're going to jump to Llewellyn and Carius. But feel free to happily try to figure out what that says. And we'll continue with you. So, Llewellyn, Carius, and Jack Rag. At the moment, you've been in the camp. Hold on, I gotta make. Just realize I gotta make a stealth check. Hold on.
You know, Carius, I hope when we get to the temple there's no puzzles.
I think that beats everyone's passive perception.
No.
Wait, what?
No,
Andy,
Oh, on their side.
what's Andy's
no.
passive perception?
on their side.
Mine?
Yeah.
Theirs is 21, right?
21.
Okay. All right. In that case, then, you see as you're kind of figuring out this puzzle, trying to work out what it says.
I mean,
or...
I don't know if I've even been translated.
I would have been translating.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Whilst that's happening, then you're the only one who notices Rip Dip, kind of like going, huffing, and then looks around side to side, and then just starts to wander off.
Chris, I've solved it.
I doubt you have.
Take a look now. Can you read that?
Read what?
What I put down.
I'm not on that map anymore, mate.
Okay.
I'm on Llewellyn and Carys. Alright, so, yeah, Rip Dip goes off, and you don't see him again for a while. For however long this takes, you don't see him again. Okay, meanwhile, Llewellyn, Carys, all the way on the other side of the jungle. You're trying to get Jack Rack up. He's really lazy, it seems, and even though he is awake, he's still rubbing his eyes and yawning. On second thought, maybe we sleep first, then go temple. Yes.
But then the sigil leaves might find whatever's inside.
Sigil leave no way in. Temple of Moon, only for Bozo tribe.
But what if somehow some of the others of like my friends, your honorary hunters, have become one with them, so technically they would be Borzo and sigil leaves. So the sigil leaves would get in.
Sigil board. So he's like hate the idea, and he goes to spit on the floor, but he kind of dribbles out because he still's tired. So he says, "Fine, we go. I take you there now."
Okay, let's go.
But well, Rackjack's still tired, so Rackjack drag feet.
I'm just gonna go. You can sit on the back of my floating stick.
Okay, right. He'll try to balance on that thing.
But no sleeping because, you know, you might fall off, hit your head.
He doesn't balance too well. In fact, because of the way he's like so round and bulbous, he doesn't quite. He keeps on slipping off one side. And he's like, "Ugh."
Llewellyn, can you carry him?
How you even sit on this thing? Rackjack not know.
Harris just demonstrates by standing on it perfectly.
Hmm.
I pick Jack Rack up and put him on Carius's shoulders.
You are weighted down. Jack Rack weighs probably 3 times heavier than Rip Dip. He is uncomfortably large.
At least I have a fairly high strength score, so that's not so bad.
Sure, but you feel your back probably like click a little bit.
Seriously, I've just flown for 8 hours. You've slept. You carry him.
Fine, but keep your claws retracted.
Oh yeah, that makes sense as to why. Irina's gonna be pissed if you get that damaged.
All right, so
Carry him on my shoulders.
you can give me an athletics check,
I can try and carry him on my shoulders.
and
Oh, I
Okay.
will carry him on my shoulders.
you are able to like just barely hold on to him. And are you using the glaive to fly back?
Yeah, I guess towards the temple.
Okay,
So it's gonna be slower because
the
it's.
glaive is noticeably slower. Like
Oh,
it's just like weighted down with this thing, and occasionally it's just like he starts to nod off, and you hear snoring, and then he kind of wakes up again every now and again. Like,
shh.
I'm flying.
It's okay. Shh.
Oh, okay.
Which way, Jack Rack?
To the moon. Mm.
Carriage just looks up and is like, okay, and starts going up. So the next time he wakes up, he's just like, higher.
He probably passes out further as the air starts to get super thin up here. You're already at quite a high altitude, beginning with the floating islands. And to go even higher just means you start like starts gasping for air.
Fine, I'll go down. I need directions, Jack Rack.
Huh? Where are we? He looks around. I have no recollection of this place.
Oh God, he's become Gandalf.
What? I thought he
Give him-
was showing us the way. He said
Okay.
he knew the direction last.
He does, but he fell asleep.
Oh,
So he's going to have a perception check with disadvantage.
oh no.
That would have been a natural 20 because he fell asleep. Must have nodded off. Jack Rack know where. No, where we are. No. Keeps on rubbing his eyes. That tree looks.
Alan, you're good at pathfinding and stuff. Which way did we travel from the camp, and how long have we travelled? Maybe that would give him an idea.
From the Bozo camp.
Yeah,
Uh,
because Llewellyn's got the whole wanderer thing, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
do I notice, like, have we gone past the waterfall that we went through? And
Yeah. I'll say you've gone past that.
right, so in that sort of direction.
So, where are we?
We've headed in a certain direction, which I would know of from your camp
Uh
for this amount of time, which I would also know.
huh. He seems to be nodding like an intellect. He goes,
we went past a waterfall.
Yeah.
Does that help? Do you know where we are?
No. After all of that, he just goes like, so who's the Balrog then?
No, God, no.
This joke shall not pass.
He looks at
Not until you get a proper hat or learn how to do magic.
I never seen the island from this high. Normally we walk on foot.
Fine, I'll go down and maybe you'll notice a particular tree.
Yeah, surely it
That one
should
looks
be
familiar.
easier.
He points in a direction.
Right, I'll go that way.
You spend a good 20 minutes going towards it. And then when he gets to it, he goes, about like 2 minutes from getting towards it, he goes, actually, no, it doesn't look, no, never mind. I thought it looked familiar. It was just from that angle. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, try down there.
I'm just gonna follow his directions.
Okay, alright. His
So how-
direction take you on a zigzagging back and forth path. We literally just see a time lapse of Glaive on a mini map just going woo, woo, with a dotted line, and then the sun just going across the sky.
There's like a,
We
there's like
get there and he's developed the Gandalf beard because it's been so long.
I'll give him another roll.
it's like when you go into a main mission, but you see all the question marks on the map, and you have to go to each one.
Yeah. The rest of your allies are question mark pinging you. Where are we? At this point though, because you're down on the ground, he does have a better kind of angle of where he's going. He's still really tired though, so I'm gonna make him roll the disadvantage still.
As we're descending down, do I see any runes or anything in the distance?
Runes.
Like ruins?
Oh, ruins. Okay. You can give me a perception check as well.
Because, my God.
Well, it's one better than last time. Okay. Yeah, so you see him picking around at the floor. Seems like he's uncovering something. Maybe a waystone, maybe a direction that was marked here by his tribe. And as you're waiting for this to happen, you see that he's picking at worms and then eating them from the ground. And you realize after about 2 minutes he's not doing anything like that. He's just foraging and probably just got distracted by some grubs.
I
So
look
you-
for a moment and go, right, do those grubs, do they only like in a certain area and that's how you're finding your way, or are you wasting my time?
Oh, we're going to shrine, yes?
Yes, the Temple of the Moon.
Yes, that one. Hmm. Yes, they are two here, closer. We are close now.
Right,
And
which way?
just as you think he's perhaps, coming up with a load of crap once again, you look around the villain like, are we really close, or is he just talking out his fairy ass? And you do spot something of a ruined structure. It looks like it was perhaps maybe a watchtower, but it's crumbled back down to its foundations. And as you approach it and you're clearing your way through the tree line, you do start to see more and more of a ruined kind of pathway, stonework just eking its way out of the mud.
Alright, surely you know where you're going now, which way, right?
Yeah. It's.
Yes, no more fly dough. No.
Let's follow this
Okay.
way, guys.
You've woken up enough then to walk.
Okay. It says, yes, it's morning soon. And he looks up, and it's nearly sunset. But I guess it's like, hold on, after that time lapse, it's gone past noon for sure.
It's like afternoon, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that afternoon-ish.
just
Okay.
be like early, like not quite morning, but
Right.
it's like 4 in the morning equivalent or something for them.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so bleary-eyed and dragging his feet along the ground, you do start to find this path, and it becomes more and more obvious the further you travel, so that it looks like it's well worn. There's kind of rather than grass and trees, there's this opening and there's packed earth on the ground, like something is well traveled. You see more collapsed pillars, more masonry that's just scattered about, and well, I'm going to say you're on the map now, like physically on the map.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay,
You guys had any luck with the puzzle so far?
they're going to need more time, 100%. That is such a difficult puzzle, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, don't worry about those guys. We've got a whole combat to do. I mean, what? So, as you're going along, I'm going to push you forward until you're happy.
Oh
And then
god,
straight-
Oh!
frozen in size.
Oh,
Can
God.
I swap with one of them?
Nope.
Very quickly, Chris, is the top of the page meant to be the translation at the bottom?
No,
Okay, right.
that's the sentence. The one that doesn't quite make sense. Alright. You're just about coming around this side when, Llewellyn, with your passive perception, first of all, you see a lot of loose brickwork that doesn't look like it's been sinking into the mud. It looks like these rocks have tumbled from the top, maybe recently. They're smoother and cleaner than the others. And let's have a look. You start to hear something, maybe like a small like thudding noise at first.
From which direction?
One direction seems to be from the very top of the ziggurat that you're seeing in front of you. And another direction seems to be just around the corner of this tree line.
This way or? This
Yeah,
way?
that's right.
Okay.
No, that's right.
Okay. We should prepare ourselves in case we come across anything. I hear something.
And that thudding isn't like, well, it sounds like maybe like footfalls, but it's an odd sort of what's the word? Like tempo. It doesn't sound like just normal feet walking, like like a two-legged thing. Sounds like it has more. Maybe there's more than just one, but there is definitely more than just one. But there's also multiple footfalls, like
Yeah, I'll be
it's
ready.
rhythmic.
I'll be readying a firebolt as we go along,
Hmm.
just in case we come across any monsters.
You hear it.
Ready lightning lure, probably.
You hear it creaking, like, and then another thud, like, and then more footfalls.
Oh, what
And
the
you see
hell is that?
you see this strange mechanical creature that seems to be comprised of wood and cogs, and it has this glow about it that seems to be coming from some central compartment. With its mechanical arms, you see it sifting through rubble and debris, and as it's picking pieces up, it's either discarding it or pulling it higher and dropping it into some sort of barrel-like compartment atop its head. Here we go, some artwork for you. It's very small.
Jack,
Can we see any difference between the stuff it's choosing to put into the barrel and not?
At a glance, well, at a glance, no. But if you perhaps like watched it for more than a few moments, you probably could. Like if you studied it. Unfortunately, not going to get this chance, as it seems as though
That's
it
right.
suddenly turns and notices everyone,
Jack,
and its mechanical arms drop whatever it was holding, like bits of masonry. It thuds to the ground. Actually, one arm still holding onto a huge block, and then suddenly its legs sort of align to face you, and it starts to charge.
I'm
I
gonna
need
let
everyone to
go.
roll initiative.
I'm gonna let go of my firebolt then. If it's coming at us,
Sure, roll a hit.
yeah, because holy crap. 17?
Okay, 1 second. My other. Oh well, they're going last. It seems.
At this point, will we be within 100 feet of the party?
What's that for? Curiosity.
My
Attack
familiar is with the other party.
Oh yes, yes it is. 100 feet. Not quite. No.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe. Actually, no. I'm gonna say no. Wait. No. No, because of altitude and stuff. All right. Okay, goodness me. All right. It looks like Llewellyn and
Why does it have two
Right.
turns?
why does it have two turns?
With
Yeah.
a 7
Or are they? Oh god, there's more than one of them.
You suddenly hear a from atop. It seems like that one has also caught attention of what's going on.
17 by the way.
And he's hefting up huge pieces of masonry. Okay,
17
One.
by the way.
17 by the way. Okay, well, let me just check something.
Jeez.
Right.
Not used the spell attack spell in so long.
No, you haven't, have you?
But these
Okay.
don't they'd be affected by
It's 17. Seems like it does hit the creature, but it seems like the fire hits some sort of magical barrier, and you see its glowing central core flare up, and as this firebolt strikes it, you can see this kind of round circular shield like emanating from the creature. And you can see Jackrat just like, oh,
Jackrat, hit it with your claws.
Okay, well, he jumps off Llewellyn. 10, 20, 25, 30. Does he got another movement? Yes, he does. Okay, cool. So he's got just enough movement to rush up to it. Brandishing his silvery claws, he strikes at the creature. And it goes 1. And it goes 2. Oh, okay. So the first one, the creature sort of like backs away slightly. But you see Jackrat keeps on pushing forward. Swiping away. And eventually connects with the shield. And at that moment, you suddenly see a sparking and a sound of like glass shattering as you see the mechanical shield suddenly shatter, like this magical barrier seems to be shattered. And he looks at his own claws like, "Argh!
Yeah.
That thing stopped Auto Tribe. Argh!" And he keeps on raking into it. So he does some damage. Alright, Llewellyn, you're up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have raged as well. Of course. It's a
Did he-
morning person sort of rage, like
So these look like the type that is like a structure, isn't it? Like, then again, Total the Dead doesn't say that it's not affected. Apparently, I can call necrotic to anything. Sure, I'll go with Total the Dead then.
Oh the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't say-
Wisdom save, isn't it?
Yeah. That's weird.
One second. Huh. Okay. Okay. Fails
Yeah.
and takes some damage. But you start to see the cogs like rust up, like kind of looks like he's having a bit of trouble moving from that. Although he does keep swinging his arms around, and the metal looks slightly more rusted. The wood starts to rot slightly, but that's about it. 32.
32.
You rolled 2 12s. I've never seen a.
Oh,
the Dead
that is a
from
really good roll, yeah.
Yeah. Now, why can't you do that with your Circle of Death?
Oh my god.
All right, Llewellyn, do you want to do anything else?
I moved.
You've run away. Okay, cool.
I got distance.
That you did.
Oh my god, 32.
Okay, actually, Carius cheated on the turn order. They are actually behind you. So, Carius, you're going up first.
Right. These appear to be made of metal, right?
Not all of it. And another look at it. It's a lot of wooden construction, but there is metal parts.
So, based on that, would it qualify for having disadvantage on shatter? Because it's made of an inorganic material such as metal.
I would say normally yes. However, you're about to find something out.
It's immune to magic.
No, you're just about to find something out. That's all I said. So you're casting shatter on it. Is it a con save?
I really don't want to waste spells. Screw up. Nope, not wasting spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because flying in with my glaive. Because I can.
Okay.
And we'll swing at it with the old Wavebender's Liamano on a booming blade attack.
Ooh.
Cool. All right. Let's see that. That's going to be a hit.
I
Dang.
was hoping
Alright.
so.
Yeah, so you see the shattered shield is down. You're able to strike straight through it and hit it quite hard, splintering some of the wood, bending the mechanical parts. And the damage is 9 thunder, 5 slashing. Nice.
And
Okay.
no, I can't do that. Can't do that. I'm just gonna undo my movement a sec. Can I do that? Nope, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me. That's a shame. I was trying to work out exactly how far I moved to see if. But no, that's fine. It's its turn. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. In that case. Oh no. I'll go with it's slam attack. Yes. Slamming. Alright. Karis, you're right in the fray. It's gonna turn to you and bring down a heavy arm that looks like it's capable of lifting masonry, and this huge mechanical thud comes down on your head. Oh god, a 28.
That definitely hits.
Okay, you take 16 points of bludgeoning, cracked over the head.
Oh god. Okay. And my response to. I've already used that ability today. That's disappointing. Okay.
Sorry.
I don't have a response to that, I don't think.
Okay,
I thought I did, but no.
alright. It then starts to be trying to like lift sections of you and lift you up and into the barrel, but seeing that you're still intact in one piece, it quickly like lets go and tries to like start like looking like a crab, snapping its little pincers. All right. Meanwhile, the one at the very top maneuvers to the edge here, and it's still got a piece of masonry in its hand, and it's instead just gonna lob it. And Llewellyn is in range.
Oh!
Yeah, it's got quite a high advantage here, so we'll go for you. Yeah. You know what? Make you roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 15?
15
That's pretty good.
is. Hold on. 1 second. Nope, that is under, I'm afraid. What you need? Yeah. This thing has mechanical precision aiming and lobs this thing so fast. I'm gonna roll damage. 1 second. Take 14. Well, literally 14 points of bludgeoning damage as this huge piece of rock, well, stonework, comes crashing towards you. It keeps on rolling as well. Even after it's taken you out, it rolls into the tree line and smashes that up as well.
That's not even an AC thing. That's literally just. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Leaves like a crater in the ground. All right. That's its go, though. And we're back to the top, Llewellyn.
Which would be Rip Dip.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. No, Rib Dip's up. I mean, well, not Rib Dip. Jack Rack.
Jack Rat, but it says Rip Dip.
Yeah, no. He's coming around the back. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention, at the start of their turn as well, their shields suddenly kind of reform like a bubble. But don't worry. Jack Rack's got this.
Hope so.
No, wait. He's got reckless attacks. Well,
Oh, he has.
17 is not a hit. So you can need to do it again. Oh, man. Okay. He swipes and swipes at this thing, but this magical shield seems to be still up. As this thing is able to quickly dodge to the side with its sideways movements, like that of a crab. Stay still. Llewellyn, you're up.
With the magical shield up, I'm just gonna attempt the same thing again, I guess.
Okay.
Not much else I can really try. Does something like that get through its barrier by chance?
Let's find out. Because okay, so casting a spell, you're sort of targeting its inner structure rather than try to get past the shield, and it does seem to start rusting away again. So 20 necrotic to it.
And what I'm going to try and do is try and get out of that one's reach.
Okay, you'd be out of reach for your own Tell the Dead, by the way.
I know that's why I only did half my movement, so I can do
Okay.
half next turn. I was the.
I don't even get my goddamn ruler.
Was it?
Okay, so you're like 70 foot away from it or something. Alright, cool.
Was I there? I don't know. I think I was there.
Ending your go, Carius.
Right, so this still has a magical barrier up.
It does, yes.
Oh god, what do I do in this case?
92.
I'm just gonna test. How this shield works. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use a spell I haven't used much before for this. So I'm just gonna try to reach out and shocking grasp it. I don't know why that rolled with advantage, but
Probably because it's made of metal.
possibly.
Yep, that'll do it. So, reaching out, trying to like grab a part of it, your electric does seem to be conducting towards parts, but as you go to strike, there's this magical shield that sort of blocks a lot of the actual damage coming through. So you did actually hit. You can roll damage.
Oh, ignore the 10's thunder. That shouldn't be on.
Okay.
Shocking grasp still on, but not shocking grasp. The other thing.
And it seems like the magical shield does a great job of dispersing a lot of the electricity, but you're able to just barely push through, and a few of its arcs, a few of the forks of lightning do zap at the creature, and it shudders for just about a split second, but then very quickly recovers. I'm going to say that it doesn't have the adverse effects of being no reactions, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't look like it did as much damage as you'd hoped, what with the electricity being dispersed.
Yeah. Okay. Then let me just check how one of my abilities works a moment. Nope, it's not that one. That one? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use... Oh, is it 2 sorcery points for this? I think it's 2 sorcery points, yep. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points, of which I have 8, so I'm now down to 6. To bonus action cast Shatter on it.
Okay.
Which will trigger my... Actually, because this can trigger before the spell, I'm going to trigger my ability which allows me to move 10 feet away without provoking an attack of opportunity, because I just fly in gusts of wind. Because Storm Sorceress for the win. Then I will use it and basically aim for this side so that I don't hit Jackrat.
So I just saw the other map with the doors being open. Yeah, good.
I'm really annoyed that I'm not on that side because I think I've worked out what might be part of the solution.
Ooh, okay. All right. So a shatter on this thing.
Yep. So
okay.
Unsafe, but I have no idea what its shield does.
So its shield gives it advantage, and it gets 25, so it is a save.
Oh.
Yeah.
and takes half and then half again.
Okay, and then for the other part of my,
Seven.
because I've technically not used any of my movements yet. I've just used abilities to move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Okay,
30,
it's gonna
35,
try
40.
and swipe out.
Really? I'm in its range?
Wait, did you teleport away?
I used this ability.
Your bonus
Oh
action.
no, that uses a bonus action. Damn it!
Okay, well you got.
I read
I know.
that. So I use Shatter, so I
You
can't
did.
use that ability. But then that would trigger that ability.
What's that?
So whenever I cast a first level or higher spell that deals lightning or thunder damage, stormy magic erupts from me, doing lightning or thunder damage up to me equal to half my sorcerer level to any creature within 10 feet of me that I want. So in this case, yeah.
In this case,
It's going to have a lightning bolt hit it.
okay. Okay, cool. How much damage is it?
It's half my sorcerer level, so that'd be 5.
Yeah,
Which
five.
halved again due to its
Yeah,
protection.
shield. Okay, all right. So another electrical bolt fires out from you. So he's taking 3, 1. There we go. You do notice its form is starting to like shudder and it's having a hard time moving around. What with its body rusting up, and anything that isn't rusted is being electrocuted. So it's having a hard time, definitely. Several mechanical parts seem to be just like frozen up. Anyway, end your go. It is back to this thing's go. Comes in with its slam attack again. This time, swinging a piece of masonry in a wide arc, trying to perhaps knock you out. 25 to hit. You take 22 points of bludgeoning damage. And you feel this heavy thud as this masonry cracks you on the head. You get this heavy concussion. You stumble back into the tree line almost. You manage to just barely keep your feet. All right, the other one. I see Llewellyn hiding behind the trees there. All right, this one's going to go for Rackjack instead then.
Ah, I'm out of range.
Okay. Dex save from him. Even with advantage, not enough. He ends up taking 12 reduced to half, so only 6.
Ah, who throw pebble at Jackrock? You go pay.
And he starts shaking his claws at this thing.
But not before dealing with you.
Okay. Destructive claws are going in at it. 18. And gun the 17. Alright. Let me check something. Yeah, that's a good hit. Alright. 18 will actually shatter the magical barrier once again. As it shatters, it also makes it easier to hit. And you notice that the second claw connects as well. And as he's stripping away, the thing needs to make me... 1 second. It's a dex save, isn't it? That's the one. Okay.
That's a fair point. His AC will be going down.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
Okay, that wasn't good for the first one. Not for you, anyway. Oh, God. And he has been hit once as well. Okay, right. The first couple of times he's been hit didn't seem like it had much of an effect. However, this last connection, which does... Oh, wait. Hold up. 15 plus 11 The last hit that he connects with seems to strip away this outer coating. It seems to be metallic in nature. As he strips that away, you see something inside. Whatever's glowing in there seems to be more like a crystal or rock-like substance. It's giving off kind of like this silvery hue. But nonetheless, he's kind of like taking off the whole face of this creature. And as it falls to the floor, it loses its shiny luster and turns to a rusted metal that screeches to the ground. Okay. Llewellyn.
Is it still up? That
It is still up, and this one hasn't been hurt, of course.
1, 2, 3. Pop another tall.
Okay.
Not as good.
Mr. Cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mister, I've got all my spell slots.
It definitely keeps rusting it. 17.
Mister, I've got the super high AC, but I'm still going to be a wimp and sit back.
The
It looks like it's starting to flag as it's like it's like crunching its gears. You hear it screeching metal. All right, Carius.
If you want, I'll throw some fireballs at you guys.
Right. So.
It doesn't look as fast and as nimble as last time, and its shield has been broken.
Slap it.
Let me just read one of my spells a moment. Make sure it does what I think it does.
Slap it with your glaive.
I can take an E. Yes. Right. Okay, I'm going to move round to this side.
Okay.
I'm going to use sorcery points to bonus action do something.
Ooh.
So I am going to grab hold of Jackrap and be like, "You're coming with me," and I'm understepping.
Oh. Where are we going? Because you come around that tree line now, I'm just going to reveal a bit more on the map for you.
Yep.
So that you can see what's going on. Because you would have a much better view. In fact, do you teleport out to the top? Yeah, I'm going to reveal the whole map for you.
Yeah, I'm taking Jack back with me, so that he can basically deal with the ace armor on this one.
Gotcha. Okay. So as soon as you come to the top, you have a clear view across this ruined section. There are pathways, staircases, and pillars. This place looks like
a dragon on that picture.
sort of, yeah. It looks like this place was once a great city, but been lost to the ages. Okay.
So I've taken Jack Rack up.
Yeah, Rick's coming up. Yeah, 1 second. I'm working on that. You can see everything, yeah? We're good. Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. Rip Dip's like, meow!
Considering all of the altitude stuff and things, can I now communicate with my familiar?
I'm afraid. Let me check it on the second.
Because I really want to get.
Adelaide. Sorry.
Damn it! I
Okay.
live on the inside. Can I roll an intelligence check for Taclo, see if he gets it?
Sure.
Oh god.
Purely because I want to at least offer the one bit of thought
Yeah.
I had. But I can't.
Go ahead.
It might be completely wrong, but
Roll ahead. Roll for Taclo.
Side.
I get nope.
That's great. They're probably really struggling, and I haven't given them a single clue this whole time. But nonetheless, we have still this huge column to deal with. So when you thunderstep, do I have to roll con save? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So got an 18.
So
That's up.
yep. So
Takes
nothing happens to it.
No? Okay, none.
Take
Okay.
off. I don't
Gotcha.
think. Unless
Right.
I've coded the spell wrong, which is possible.
Well, you got
No, it does take half.
Okay, I thought it does. Sorry, you still got an action. As you boom away,
Yeah. Action. Shocking grasp. Do I have advantage on the shocking grasp on this one?
You do have
Make sure
advantage, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna shock.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
roll
Uh,
damage.
Yeah, just making sure I didn't have booming blade tipped. So 23, even half. That's pretty good.
It is. Alright. You see an immense amount of electricity discharged over its shield, and it doesn't look like it's enough to stop the whole brunt going through. This one singular arc strikes into its core, and you see it like definitely makes a strange noise, and the rock inside pulses with the same electricity. Okay. Good stuff. Alright. Looks like it's acquiring a new target.
Hey.
It picks up a piece of masonry. Actually, I'm going to chuck a column at you. Roll me a dex save.
Oh no.
Starts to play bowling with you.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's going to be a fail. As this column rolls across the ground, you're unable to jump away or even outrun it, and you're just flattened by it.
Oh no.
Like a very cartoon side, like flattened. You take 11 points of bludgeoning. And
Yeah.
as for
Yeah.
this one up here, it's going to
dude.
turn. One is rip. One is check right. Okay, God. Sorry, Carius. It seems like it identified you as a threat and goes to slam at you for 21 to hit. 19 points of bludgeoning. You're looking really rough, but don't
Yeah.
worry.
Lucky I can heal.
Back coming around. And he's going to recklessly strike at the creature. He misses at the first swing, carefully. He's being careful not to slip off the edge as he's trying to find a good area to climb up and attack him. And he jumps up on top of this rock, leaps from the top, and lands on top of the creature and just starts raking into it. The shield shatters on impact as soon as he lands, dealing a decent damage. 11 plus 4. Alright. 1 second, let me check something else. Nope, that's everything. Okay, cool. Barrier shattered. The villain. It's your go.
5, 10.
Would it need to make its dex save against like?
Oh yeah, my bad. You're right. Yep.
It'll probably succeed.
It does fail. And you start to see its armor heavily reduced. Okay, this thing is on. That's on.
If I
Okay.
got the right angle, would I be able to get both of those with a lightning bolt?
You need to get closer.
Yeah, I thought so. What was worth asking though?
I'd say if you get within 10 feet of it, you can do that.
Yeah, that's all my movement. Yep. Pop it with another. Can I just take the 3d8s?
Nope.
They're all in higher.
Well, I did the first time. You got ridiculously high on the first
I
time.
know.
Which one are you going for?
I can't reach that one. It's this one here.
Okay, so the one on the ground. Okay. Yeah. Wisdom. Right. Fails. So at the very least, you're piling on some damage.
Yes.
Although it's getting weaker, you see its shield has suddenly re-emerged on it and is taking the brunt of that damage. The shield withers instead of it. Okay, Carius, you're up.
Alright. Oh, God. Tara's gonna play this. Alright, I'm gonna do the sensible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action healing. Really? Really?
Oh. Oh no.
Better off.
Is that only a
Okay.
1d4 plus 1?
You're better off
Okay.
eating that honey.
Because I don't have much wisdom.
Oh.
Right, and then as my action, because it has advantage, shockingly.
Ooh, another crit.
Oh my
No, roll
god.
damage. That's a chunk. Alright, 20 damage. This time without a medical shield to weather the blow, you see it strike forward, and it seems to be, again, conducted towards whatever, like, strange rock this is inside of its core. And as it strikes it, it emanates out throughout every limb and
Which
properly.
means it doesn't have reactions, right?
Now, yeah, now it doesn't have reactions, yeah.
1, 2.
Teamwork. Wait, where you going?
I'm just catching my breath.
This is rough.
Looks like Llewellyn is catching rocks.
Llewellyn, make another deck save.
Oh god.
Actually,
Wait, is it coming? It's coming to me, isn't it?
It is, but it's throwing one as it goes.
No.
I'm actually going to position myself there,
Oh.
floating in the air.
You passed for once. Alright.
Stop
On
hitting
this-
me with my weakness.
On this occasion, you take no damage, rather than like half on this, because you see a rock come flying towards you, and at this close range, you're actually able to duck underneath it, and it crashes into the tree line, snapping a load of branches as it goes. Okay, that's gonna end his go. Karis, you slid down the side.
Nope, I'm flying now on my glaive
Oh, right, gotcha.
because I have plans.
You hear it kind of whirring around, trying to find Riptip, realizes it's on top of its head, and brings a pincer around and slams atop it. If this misses, no, it's good. It does slam into Jack Rack. If it had missed, I would have damaged itself. Very like Robotnik enemy style. Okay, whoops, it's 14. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, he's raging. So he half.
Ah!
You hear like Jack Rack takes a bit of a beating, but because he's on top of the creature, his actual form has turned into like stone and wood. A couple of cogs in places of where his joints would be. That's gonna end his go. Rip Tip, Jack Rack. Damn. So confusing. Jack Tip. Rip Jack. Anyway,
I like
alright.
your name.
Its shield has come back up, which is annoying. But he gets another crit. And we're going to reduce its AC again.
Chris, I'm
Yep, that does it.
I'm literally lost on this puzzle. Could you drag me over to the combat page? So,
Cool.
because I've you've seen the page.
Oops,
Yeah, I tried to mention it in chat earlier, but I don't know if you actually did it. No.
Okay. Okay, so Jack Rack just got a crit. Did a chunk amount of damage with that. And lowered his AC as well. Llewellyn, you're up.
So I'm going to. What sort of distance are we at here? This. I need to get one step over, I would think. Right.
Put Kirsty and Steph on there.
Now I'm at a decent angle, right?
Yes, that would definitely do it.
Yeah. And I'm going to pop a lightning bolt.
Okay.
So let's do
First
it.
one has advantage. Still fails. And they both fail.
26.
Okay. The one in
Wow.
front
4 ones.
The one in front definitely seems to like weather the blow with its shield, but as it arcs around, it suddenly reconnects and turns into a straight bolt that hits the creature behind for the full damage, which is 26. Yeah.
How is this
All
one
right.
alive?
This one's looking like its mechanical parts are like lagging, or perhaps they're being overloaded with electricity. Either way, they're like seems to be jamming.
It's probably a
And we-
really stupid idea, but I'm going to try it because I think it could be fun. Unless
Okay.
I've got the spell that does something similar.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it because I don't get to use. I haven't had a chance. I'm going to try to lightning lure it.
Oh god. Okay, its shield is still down. And what else we got?
It needs to make
Protect-
strength save.
Strength.
I know it's good at them, so.
Yeah.
Wait. Damn it.
What do you want to do? Heighten it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got heighten?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do it. I thought that was what you was about to say.
Yeah, I was like, ah! I was just like,
Alright.
I had that and then remembered.
Yeah, I'll let you do it. Spend the points,
Yep, I have done. Puts me down to 1 sorcery point.
which means as you whip out the lightning lure, it looks like it's immediately grabbed onto it, like it saw it coming, and then you realize that was just a ploy. With your other arm, you whip out another one, grabbing it by the leg and pulling it. It has no defense and slips from Jack Rack, who promptly jumps off the top of its head, and lands probably on this pillar right here.
Yeah, I was going for gravity damage on top of.
Oh, let me see if it does actually make it. Oh god, no, it doesn't. He slips down with it. Ah! He's falling because he was on top of its head. All right, crap. That's going to be a lot of damage. How tall did I say? 80 at least. Like 90. Wasn't it? Oh god.
Oh, really? Was that high?
I did say it was around 90 foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job I teleported up there.
Oh
Which
god.
would have been pretty much the maximum on my teleport, I think.
That was a chunk.
Some movement.
Okay, well played. You managed to pull this thing from its perch, and you see it not slide down, but yanked a clean like 10 foot away from the edge, so it has no way to clamber back or break its fall. Anything that's breaking are its legs. As it slams to the ground, you see cogs and metal wrench away and spin out of the way, like spin into the air. With an almighty crash.
And it also takes the 19 lightning damage.
Yeah, done that too. Yeah, and it's just laying there in a pile of limbs, busting with like electricity. Like...
I'm just gonna say that's 52 damage with a cantrip.
That was damn strong.
Ooh.
It's also prone as well. Okay. Meanwhile, Velen, it's time to feel the full wrath.
Yeah.
On a slow attack. 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Take 18 points of bludgeoning.
Ouch.
As it grabs a hold of you, it lifts you up and then slams you back down into the ground. As for this one, its legs have completely snapped off. You see also poor Jack Rags taking the same damage, by the way, but halved because he's raging. So he only took 60, 70. The 2 targets. So Jack Rags 1. Sorry, buddy.
Harry
It
is
tries
up-
to attack at.
I'm 90 foot.
Oh yeah, you're in the air. My bad. You know what? Yeah, there you go.
If it
Oh,
manages to hit me, it deserves to hit me, I think.
I mean, you could throw something up there.
I kind of want it to, and then it misses and it just falls down onto it.
Oh. It has disadvantage because it's on the ground, but seems like it's a poor, weak hit anyway. Its arm tries to swing out, but then just snaps and falls to the ground. And you see like a cog just like ding, ding, bounce away and roll. Okay. Jack Rack's going to take the opportunity to rip and tear. Rotilla has done 21 And a 16. And let me roll it save as well. Oh yeah, its AC is so low now you can't miss. And you just see nuts and bolts flying everywhere. As it looks like he's digging and burrowing into the thing, but instead of earth, you see just metal being wrenched open. This is the destructive power of the Borso tribe at its full force. And that is another 9. Yeah, it's looking bad. It's looking like it's just almost given up on, I would say life, but construct.
Oh yeah.
It's given up on construct. All right, Llewellyn,
I wonder what its AC is at this point.
you don't want to know.
Extremely low, I'm guessing.
Mm.
I'm just gonna again, boom.
Another lightning bolt.
That
Okay,
did
with
more damage than last time.
with that, you cleanly bust a hole straight through this thing. It just explodes. The only thing that really is left intact is probably something that Rip Dip grabs a hold of because he's digging into it, and he's just like, rusty, rusty, rusty. Oh, shiny. And he yanks it out as this thing explodes on his. And he seems to be holding some sort of orb with a silvery kind of luster to it.
I just
And he's just
my head
looking over it at the moment. The other one, however, can roll that next thing. It isn't great. to be
pop my
honest.
head right like, be careful with that.
Okay. The golem in front of you does take half, and then half, and then just half.
Yeah, it failed its save.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay. It's looking really bad though. Even the shield is seemingly flickering on and off. Okay. Carius.
Alright, what the hell can Karis do from this range? Because I'm 90 foot in the air. Not got very many spells left.
Yeah, you're right about it. About 50 foot, and then the 90.
Yeah. Ooh, that would hit. Let's go for some radiant damage. Ah, that shouldn't be with advantage. So
Okay. So the guiding bolt fires forward and instead just disperses across the magical shield. Jack Wright realizes, oh yeah, that one's still alive. Probably use the rest of his movement to get over towards it. Somewhere, anyway. Okay. Although it looks like Llewellyn's going to take one more smack before it goes down.
yeah.
Oh god, and it's a crit. That's making it count. So you take 32 points of bludgeoning damage, Llewellyn. As it leans forward, it grabs a hold of you, tries to snap your fleshy form in two, and does a good job of it too.
Crit. And I'm down.
Are you down?
I only had 31 health left, but it did 32.
Oh my god. 31? And it did one over that?
Yeah, crits. Goddamn crits.
Damn, okay. Don't worry though. Jack Rack to the rescue. Jokes. He
Just
misses.
surprised this has some. It's still alive. We've done so much damage to it.
Roll me a death save, Llewellyn. You have, but it's unfortunately still holding on. Karis, you're up.
I'm good this time.
alright. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. That's my. Wait. No, that's too many. Wait. No,
Yep.
that was right. 10.
You see, as you get over the top, you see Llewellyn's mangled body is being like handled with 2 claws, and it's trying to fit inside the top part of it, inside the bucket.
Oh no.
He doesn't look comfortable. You swear there's a few broken bones. That's his foot there.
Okay. Could I have been going down as I was going across, so I'd be like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like 60 feet up?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 17 to respond to those. Okay, which would mean that Llewellyn is within. Would Llewellyn be within 60 feet of me with the height and stuff?
He is, but also there's another thing that's in range. And suddenly you're familiar.
Right. Okay.
You're actually in
So-
range now.
Priorities.
Healing word on Llewellyn. It's not much. Actually, no, it would be more than that because I will have to use a second level spell slot for it. So it's
Okay.
1d4 because I'm out
Okay.
of first levels. So it's not much. It's 5. And then for my action, I will hope to God that Rip Dip has this handled.
You mean Jackrack? Yeah.
Jackrack and be like to the guys. So, like through Taclo. So, what's going on with you guys? We're fighting giant mechanical barrels that appear to be excavating. Well, might be dead. Definitely not.
So. God.
Oh no.
All right. Just give it a go. I'm gonna turn around and try to slam at Jackrack. Hits. Only does half. He's still good. Okay, turns around. Jackrack going for the killing blow. Oh god. Not with those he isn't. Damn, he's not having a good time down there. Back to you, Llewellyn. Rolling another death save.
No, he's up. I healed
Oh
him.
yeah, sorry, it's you. What do you want to do? You're on the. You feel your leg is bent at an impossible angle. You're not sure if you even feel your other one,
So
but you're inside the creature and you're looking around at bits of rubble.
I'm going to rust it from the inside.
Oh, okay.
Literally from the inside, in the inside.
Yeah, don't roll that. Oh, damage is enough. I think. Wait, halved. Is it still enough? Even with being halved, yes, it is. So you're inside the shield barrier, so I guess it makes sense. You feel this rusting kind of all over you. The ground, sorry, not the ground. Well, it was the ground. The masonry that's been collected by this thing just suddenly crumples and turns to dust. You hear a wrenching sound, and then just falls to the ground as if it's run out of battery. Eventually, you hear it as a metal hinge seems to be opening, and then something seems to eject out of it.
Can I grab the thing that ejects out?
Yeah, you grab a hold like this. It's kind of orb. It's actually almost the same size as the other orbs you carry. You know, the fire and water ones. Similar size to that. And yeah, it seems to be depicting some sort of sequence in the moon. It looks maybe like it's it looks kind of glassy, and inside there are some parts of the glass which are like solid and some parts which are see-through, and it represents like a sequence in the moon, perhaps.
Yeah, like the crescents and.
Yes, that's right. Crescent, half, full, new, that kind of thing.
I just
But you need some more time to perhaps look over it. Nonetheless, these two creatures, the mechanical constructs, finally collapsed. And Karis and Llewellyn, you're looking very rough. And even Jackrack's like,
Okay. Like I said, we go for nap now.
yeah.
he falls backwards like, "Argh."
Curious, you just see like a thumbs up come out of the bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I do have one bit of insight on this.
Mhm.
If these orbs show the phases of the moon
Yes.
and they were inside these, do they almost seem like based on where they were taken from, like a heart? These things,
A heart.
yeah, like or a battery, as it was,
Yeah.
like in terms of positioning.
Yeah, I guess you could say something like that.
So the thing that we found previously that had the memories, does it seem like it's similar to those?
The memories? You mean the
The
Pearl of Power?
Pearl of Power, because
It
that
does
was
seem
also like
similar,
moon
yeah.
like.
It does.
Interesting. So it's possible that the moon rock or whatever it is somehow a power source.
Huh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right. And now I can finally potentially give my insight for this.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they've thought of yet, so Taklo's just communicating with them whilst our group having a short rest.
So it's a little bit odd, but Taklo is this is strange because Taklo, yeah, I can't actually explain it without basically giving it away. First of all, let's just jump back to the others. Whilst this perhaps was going on, what did you manage to figure out? Because I saw you was translating letter by letter, but then you erased it all.
That's because we've been working in notebooks.
Oh, okay.
Because we were getting it was just a lot of mess.
Sure.
Excuse me, I call it art.
All right. Well, your art was in the way. Okay.
It did look like he was making headway. From what I glanced, it seemed like he was making progress.
Okay. So from the looks of it, there's no vowels anywhere but the 3 on top, which of course it says you're 3 steps ahead, which made us think maybe it's those 3. But then in order to make a word that makes sense, you've got to use the letters that are underneath it too.
Yay, Elven grammar.
Okay.
We had the theory that obviously it says sometimes you have to look back at your back, so we tried doing it backwards. That made no sense. We tried mirroring it. That made no sense. We tried both. That made no sense.
Okay. You're getting along the right lines. It sounds like you definitely are doing a process of elimination. So I think
the only word so far we've got out of all of that makes sense, that uses the 3 on top, seems to be Lily.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to do you just a quick favor. It's not really a hint as much as it is taking away red herrings. So, and you can all roll me an intelligence check.
And while the ladies were making headway, I was descending slowly into madness.
And Kashan, roll me an intelligence check.
If Kashan gets it now.
Wow. Okay. In that case, I'm not going to do much to aid you, except for rather than say, "Oh, this is what you're supposed to do," I'm just going to do. God damn it! Get rid of this crap.
No! Don't get rid of the. Oh fuck! Don't get rid of the last bit. Because Chris,
I'm not getting rid of that.
That
part.
one is a puzzle for you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Decipher that.
Also, on our first translation, we did find a 4-letter word that we really can't say online, but we had a people about that.
Oh.
We believe we mistranslated, but it was funny nonetheless.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay, so you're starting to do this process of elimination like you actually are physically in real world. You're like, okay, is it this? Is it that? No, that doesn't make sense. Is it backwards? No, that doesn't make sense. And so you're left with perhaps just one.
In the past, but they have more vowels.
Like, you've got the R's, which are obviously like R's in red or R's in car, so we're using the vowels from those in pronunciation with it, but it's still doesn't make sense.
Okay. So, and as you're doing this, trying to figure out each one, you probably see that the light upon several of the branches seems to dim down slightly. The only one that seems to be keeping a bright sunlight coming from it is the last line on it, which is this: 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say.
That's no help at all.
Perfect.
Right.
So,
You've reduced her to drinking. I hope you're happy.
Right.
so we may as well
Okay.
just have that.
So,
I mean, if you really want.
3 3 steps.
That line is the one where I think I might have insight, but I could be along completely the wrong track.
Hmm.
I've got it.
But before we go on to that, I'll leave that for just a moment. I want to take a break in a bit, but I'm going to have the other guys get to where they need to be. So, all right, Llewellyn, Carius, you are beaten up from this bloody battle, and I'm going to say that the others don't actually respond, or sorry, at least Taklo does, but Taklo says something. I'm going to take you into DM Whispers, actually.
No.
Go over it.
I accidentally killed it. God damn.
1 second. Come down to DM Whispers.
Yep. Okay.
And so we put our hands in the air.
Oh. Okay. Have you tried taking 3 steps back?
I have no idea what any of this means. I'm just gonna put so.
We do have, like, obviously a lot of theories, but it's very vague, and some of the letters aren't.
I mean, while you're waiting, you can always go into the Discord chat and watch Cameron get hit on the head by his staff.
I'm saving that for after we've done this, so I'm going to be annoyed by the answer.
I used to spend hours translating things like this in books.
I'm seriously considering whether it is literally from, like, that first apostrophe to the end apostrophe, because there's 3 of them on top.
One thing we can appreciate is, so I have this beer here, and look how cute the artwork is on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's focusing. Yeah, there we go.
So if you've worked out all the letters,
It's really cute.
what
Not
if you sort of move all the letters like back by 3, like shuffle them? So
You see, I was trying to work it out because I started piecing together kind of like the top bit, but my problem was that some of the letters were missing. So it's like that was missing, that was missing.
See, that one I reckon is a letter he's not currently actually got on the table.
Yeah.
We've got that as orange and red.
So-
we flipped it upside down. But
So Taklo
Oh.
has definitely narrowed it down for you. Even though Carius isn't actually giving you this information, Taklo does. And he definitely says, like, the key seems to be with 3 steps ahead. And he keeps, like, pointing towards it. And then he points to the letters. And then he points back to 3 steps ahead. He's pointing to the actual alphabet itself. And you see Taklo, like, hop from 1, 2, 3 spaces on the alphabet to the 3rd letter across.
Camera, by the way, Chris and James.
Oh, did it turn off when I went in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just so I can go back to the other screen.
Hey, there we go. So he jumps from A. He pecks on the floor where A is, and he jumps 1, 2, 3, and lands on where D is, and he pecks at the ground there.
Oh, so
Okay. Whilst that's going on, back to you guys. So, Jack Rack says,
We go sleep now, yes? I go sleep.
yeah, I'm-
Short rest would be good.
yeah, I'm
"No,
gonna.
no, we go long, long sleep." He looks up and he says,
Sun not set yet. We no get in.
Oh, we're going in it. Ah, that makes sense. We're gonna go.
Only go in Temple of Moon. At night.
Ah, yep, that makes sense.
So, night night.
I'm going to identify those orbs.
"Okay."
See what I can find out about them, and then after that, actually no, I'll make us the hut first, and then I'll identify the orbs.
Okay, you make a tiny hut.
Yeah.
Identifying these, they do seem to be some sort of like power source, perhaps. But the power source has need of something else. It seems like it needs something to recharge it. The light of the moon is what will sort of recharge these things, just like the pearl of power. You know how it regenerates at the full moon. Most magical items you've come across, Llewellyn, seem to recharge at a new dawn, but these things are at night, which is a kind of reverse. But it makes sense considering what they're made of. It's the same substance that pearl of power is made from, some sort of moon rock.
So have these been spent?
They have, except that they don't seem to resemble the pearl of power. Unlike this one, it has like a clear glass part to it, almost resembling something like a lens. And you reckon that when the light of the full moon does hit it, there's probably a part of it that passes through that clear glass. Nonetheless, though, it seems like you'll need somewhere to like focus that light of the moon onto it. Anyway,
Looks like we're waiting till.
I'm gonna say that while you're waiting, is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, I don't necessarily know we're anywhere near them, so long rest.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
them, really, yeah.
All right.
To be honest, Carius is just like, yeah, long rest.
Sounds good for you guys, doesn't it? Sounds bloody marvelous. All right. I'm gonna take you back to here. Okay. After a long 8 hours, your wounds are finally recovered, your spell slots restored, and it is in the dead of night now. Let's change the music. More fitting. Yes. Okay. As you come to your tiny hut, disperses as you exit, and you see the moon is high in the sky. And at this point, you hear a rustling nearby, and you hear a low growl. And you turn around towards the tree line where it's coming from.
And sort of call out, whatever you are, bring it on. I've just defeated, well, a little while ago, defeated 2 giant robotic excavation machines. Your little growls mean nothing. Nothing.
Step back.
Seemingly like the growling is straining harder to be even more intimidating.
Message.
Oh, it's pretty intimidating. It suddenly goes into a bestial roar, like
Try
whatever this creature is, it must be massive.
My response, I'm just going to snap my fingers pointing upwards, but so that and making sure I'm away from the party 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to snap my fingers and thunderclaps a 100-foot loud boom of thunder in response.
Okay, damn. The clap of thunder is so loud that you hear like nearby animals like shriek and run away, but not this thing. Whatever it is, it steps out of it pounces from the tree line towards you, and let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, it definitely completely misses. Suddenly you see Rip Dip jump out of the tree line, and it tries to jump towards you, but you easily evade it as the thunderclap goes off, and he kind of rolls it into the dirt. Dusts himself off.
I pat him on the head.
You look up. He looks up at you and it's like, "Doggy, we go, Chaka."
I spend the time to cast the thing.
Okay.
Hey,
Uh,
how did your termite explosion go?
Wait, how you know about secret plan?
Jack
Jack
Rack's there.
Oh, Chief Jackrack.
Jack Rack's like still kind of lazily laying on the ground. The tiny hut's gone, but he's still just like scratches himself.
Lazy chief. Well, I found entrance to Shrine of Moon.
What
You
happened
ready
to
to go
the
in?
other guys? You were with them, weren't you? Where'd they go?
They got stuck. They're trying to figure out puzzle.
Ah, right. Okay, well, yeah, let's go in the moon side, I guess.
I
And
got bored.
hopefully we'll meet in the middle.
Is there anything we should be concerned about up there? Any more of these?
No, they dealt with big problem. Came crashing through jungle,
Okay.
but we smashed it.
Do you think we might need a little help carry us?
Oh, come on, Oh, I'm not.
Bit of an elemental help.
But I did explore ruins whilst waiting. Found this.
And he holds up a very similar orb to you guys.
Oh,
Wait,
This one seems to be like a full moon.
but does it seem to be, because you said these works as like power, right?
Yes.
And we had to like focus moonlight through them. Does this one
Mhm.
seem to be glowing quite brightly?
No,
Or is
it's
it dim?
also quite dull. Yeah, and dim.
does any of the two that I'm holding seem bright?
Not yet. There's a slight silvery glow to it, but it seems very dull still.
I'm guessing, depending on what sort of moon is in the sky, might correlate to the right orb we need. Maybe we're missing some.
Hold on. Let me just get back to the others.
Yeah,
Guys, so you see Taklo shake his head as Irina, you're doing this. He jumps on B, taps it, and then jumps 1, 2, 3 to where E is, and then taps it on the ground again. And then he jumps back towards C, taps on the ground twice, and then jumps 1, 2, 3 to where F is. And
So
then
wait,
taps
for
on the
every
ground.
3 we go forward, we have to go back.
Can I sort of explain in more detail what this is
Yeah, go
about?
ahead. Go ahead.
Basically, what Taklo is trying to indicate is that each of the letters, so if you translate it and it's the letter P, then you're 3 steps ahead in the alphabet from it. So you need to either go back 3 letters or forward 3 letters to get the actual letter. If that makes sense.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I fucking got it! I fucking got
You
it!
know, in the evening when we've all been at work.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm fine. I could do a daytime session if you want.
While we're at work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nonetheless, Jack Wright quickly scampers on and goes,
Up here. Quick. Come.
Yep.
So
so
Follow them.
before we actually go in, do we want any help carry us in case we come across anything else? Or
I have no idea at this point, but at this point we should probably take a break.
yeah, we're gonna in just a second. But Jack Rack seemingly is still sleepy. He says,
Well, looks like Rip Dip take you from here.
Yeah. Good luck. I hope you find some good grubs. Thank you for your guidance, mighty chief.
"All right."
how fun will you
So-
want?
So as Rip Dip leads you up to the shrine, you see there is a slight glow from coming from inside, and the moon is high above, shining down, and this glow seems to get closer and closer. There we go. See, the monkeys have gone away now. No more monkeys. Okay.
Yep.
All right. As you head on inside, though, there is something strange in front of you. Instead of a huge door full of tree branches and hands, there is instead a vault by the looks, like a mechanical door made of metal and cogs. And the glow seems to be coming from the floor. As you see, all these different symbols are lit up. And again, in a sort of keypad like fashion, you see there is a bunch of symbols. They're letters that no one recognizes here except for, well, maybe one person. But right now, it's a completely bizarre and alien language. And there is one thing that does seem to make sense. It's in common, and it's above the door, across like the arc, the archway, effectively. And it reads, "To advance your adventure and avoid agony, you must first find the way out." And that is where we will take a quick break, everyone. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
What was that text?
Did I just drag the wrong people onto the wrong map? Yeah, I did. Cool. My bad. Let me drag you. Drag the wrong people. Hold on.
My what?
There you go. To advance your adventure and avoid agony, you must first find the way out. Okay. I'll go for a break. See you in a bit. Okay. Welcome back. So, seems like one party has been incredibly frustrated and getting tired of this puzzle, which is just as well, because as you've been here for probably, better part of 2 hours, you suddenly hear the distant crashing of something coming towards you, thudding through the earth. Tree line smashes open wide like a pair of saloon doors as this huge elemental comes busting its way through. And guess who's back?
Back again.
The Avenger.
Oh no.
Yep.
No.
Riptip's no longer with you, so he can bugger off. Actually, Riptip's helping you guys translate. But whilst we're sorting this out, everyone else can roll me initiative as you see this thing clambering up the side of the ziggurat and landing down in its hole, crashing into everything. It's a good piece of artwork. Just to give you guys a reminder of what this elemental is made of. This tree ant-like creature with bits of debris and ruin still fresh inside of it.
We're never gonna be able to get inside the temple, guys.
Roll initiative.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's how it goes. Took too long. This guy comes back. He's angry.
We're still on the puzzle screen.
Okay, 1 second. I think everyone but Kashan. Are you all there now? As for Llewellyn, whilst you're rolling initiative for this, Llewellyn, you're casting Comprehend Languages, yeah?
2 natural 20s. Let's go.
You're casting Comprehend Languages, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Ripdip was about to translate for you, but you say screw that noise because he starts going, well, fishy equals ga, and then the acorn equals I, and mushy mush is ka, and drip drop is ra. Oh, and the little cute crappy is yeah. And you realize he's doing like phonetic alphabet and not the actual alphabet. And he's just like, oh, you're done with this crap, and eventually you just cast Comprehend Languages to make your life much easier. And
Yeah.
you suddenly realize all the mushy mush actually K, and crabby crab is actually Y.
Yeah. I write it out in the dust in front of us for Carius.
Okay, I'll just leave everything. All right. Meanwhile, let's see if they can defeat the combat encounter by the time you guys are done with the puzzle. Who will win first? This is a race against mind and body. Right, I think Kajan, you're up first.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're up first. So this thing has just crashed down through the ceiling and is like clawing at you guys, trying to grab you. Kind of more on this side, aren't you?
Okay, I'll just...
Could you be by the puzzle?
Okay, I guess I'll just run up and be like, we told you last time, you need to go home. You need to go.
Just hear the creaking of wood and the thrashing of vines.
Screw this. I'm tired of being nice. My brain hurts from all this puzzling. Stunning strike.
Okay. What do you get to hit? 20 hit. Okay.
Con save?
Yep, he passes. This thing is massive. I'm not even sure if there is a weak point on it. Because you're punching into the roots. Doesn't seem to be... It seems to be like smashing it to pieces, but...
18.
Okay. 18 hits.
Con save.
Okay. Again. Passes.
Sweet. Flurry of blows. Fuck. 16.
Just a hit. Oh,
Just a
not
hit.
strength.
Con save.
Hold up. 19 plus. I didn't even put it on the damn turn order yet. Okay. 14 passes.
Passes. Deck save.
Alright. That's gonna fail.
That's a fail, so it's not prone.
Alright. So he's thumping and thumping into it, trying to find a weak point, trying to find a vital organ. You realize it's a damn tree. You're better off just tripping it. So you sweep under its leg, which you've been shattering to splinters, and it starts to tip and fall. But it collapses into the wall, which just smashes that open. It is Irina's go.
First question is, how do we feel about this thing?
How do you feel? It has lost its temper. A newborn is sometimes throwing a tantrum. It must be taught a lesson. Do not kill it, but it must be punished. For destroying the temple of the sun is blasphemy.
Okay.
We must punish the young upstart. And it's strange to hear this voice calling this massive thing young.
Okay. In which case, I would like an intelligence saving throw from it.
Oh boy. It failed.
That is a fail.
No. What spell are you got? Oh god.
Dynamic static.
That's psychic damage to this thing? Okay, yeah, that does do damage.
It does 8d6 psychic damage.
Oof. Oof.
There we go.
Okay, and it's got minus d6 to everything. Oh, is it to attack rolls and saving? And ability to literally everything. Okay.
There's nowhere I can really move because we haven't solved the puzzle, so
Nope, you're kind of trapped in here.
that's my turn.
Okay. The large tree, and surprisingly, of all the targets, slams into the sigil leaf, funnily enough, and does 19 points of bludgeoning damage to him. We are hurt! Ugh! Sort of just gets battered around. Let's see what else it's got.
I feel fine. I mean, we feel fine.
Well, let's see who else it goes for. Not just smashing at him. Oh god! Andy, a huge branch comes swinging out towards you, and I'm afraid you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage as you're hit probably so hard that you land against the stonework. It is your go after that.
Sorry, hold on a second. No, never mind, it'll still hit. Because you're supposed to roll a d6 and take that off of your attack roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll still hit you, so
Yeah,
it's no good really.
Okay.
I mean, that was ridiculous.
So the one on the other guy as well.
Yeah, so it would have stood up. So yeah, apologies. So probably would have stood up first of all, and then try to hit a random enemy. Swipe to Andy. It does feel like the psychic damage has had effect, but it's not enough to stop a branch the size of, well, the size of Andy itself. Oof. Where is this guy on the tower? Where... That makes sense. He's lost.
I'd say kill it with fire, but that's not a good idea.
Well, the thing is, being a desert girl, a lot of her stuff is fire.
Set it on fire then. As long as you don't hit me, you're good.
Um. I'm just trying to think.
In action.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You melted our brains, okay? This is not our fault.
Okay, I am going to try something. I'm going to use Major Image and conjure a fire. Because Major Image, of course, also has things like the smells, the sounds, the temperatures, etc. She's going to conjure a big fire, and she's literally going to shout up at this thing. Is like, if you do not stop, I will throw this at you.
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage, but instead of no, just advantage. Yeah, just by advantage. Yeah. Okay. So this creature suddenly swinging around, suddenly stops in its tracks, looks down towards the fire. Does it create sound, color,
Create sound, temperature, color, Major
and
Image.
temperature?
So,
Yeah, it does.
yeah.
It knows it's vulnerable to fire as well, so it sort of backs away suddenly, like seemingly surprised by a sudden outburst of fire. And how big can this fill? It's like a 10-foot area?
Something like that, yeah.
Something huge. Okay, you make like a bonfire at this point.
Yeah, 20-foot cube, so she can
Jesus,
make this
that's
massive
huge.
fire. Yeah.
You can make it literally the size of it. Okay. And you're putting it like right in front of its face.
Right in front of it, basically. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it freaks out from this. And I believe to actually understand that it's an image, it has to interact with it physically. But it's not going to want to do that, as it's made of literal fire. You see the sigil leaves like, that is most clever. It is fooled. Might think that it is real.
Really, if you want.
He's gonna turn and see if he can help you guys out. Let's have a look.
Sorry, I didn't spell though, it's a me spell. It's a me spell.
Okay. Gonna cast Barkskin at the very least on someone who needs some more protection, and we'll do it on. Yeah, let's see what happens. And you see that the sigil leaf seems to turn around, trying to protect you, and he grabs his arms, pushes them forward, and you see his own kind of bark-like flesh strip away and start to form around you, protecting this kind of like. Yeah, so you'd freak out.
Get me off me!
You will be one. Yes. You try to like get away from it. I think. Let me just check. It might actually have to be
It's
a willing creature.
creature,
It
so
might have to
she's
be.
not willing. She doesn't want to become a plant person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
All right.
protection, it's armor.
You do start to see armor start to like appear on your arms, but it has to be a willing creature. You suddenly freak out, thinking he's trying to like turn you into one of them, and you quickly jump away.
Yeah, but I can feel his thoughts because I'm part of the one, right? Can't
For
I just
sure,
tell her that it's just making armor?
I mean, if Irina can tell me, then she won't freak out so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm
Irina.
doing it to protect you.
You hear protection, armor.
He doesn't know the words for it, but he means it's armor. It
So
will
long as
come
he-
off.
So long as he gets a little bit.
It will
Okay.
come off. Be calm.
Okay,
Alright.
then I'll allow him to do it then.
I hate this version
Okay.
of Irina. I really hate her.
You suddenly see the bark suddenly grow all the way over your flesh, and it does form like a suit of like barky armor. You still feel yourself underneath. It's
You're
just
not Iron Man. Oh,
Yeah. bark, man. Bark, bark. Okay, Kashan, you're up.
My brain's not working
no, my brain is fried.
I'll go for my first attack.
Uh-huh.
Stunning strike.
Okay. Yeah,
Disadvantage on certain saving throws.
it does, yeah. That might actually tip it over. He's been rolling really well. Constitution, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh god. Well.
Perfect. I don't have to spend all my key points anymore.
Got one. Little natural one, and then it's a one. So you see the creature seemingly frightened of the fire, as well as its mental abilities probably being affected. It's hesitating to strike, and in that moment, you manage to climb up to an area where it looks like there might be more of a solid structure to it. Slamming into it, its spine snaps with a sound of like a tree falling, and you see the creature is suddenly frozen up.
Awesome. So I'm going to start wailing. 28.
Yep.
17 points damage. Flurry of blows. 18 to hit. Dexterity saving throw. It fails its prone.
Oh no.
And last strike.
Timber.
10 points.
Okay. Looking pretty badly roughed up from that. And you actually start to see it sort of collapsing. And it's bent over backwards so that its top half is hanging over the ziggurat. Jakes, Irina.
That's a lot of damage.
You see it's just like bent over backwards, just laying on the ground, not moving.
I mean, Eldritch blasting.
Yeah.
Uh,
You do have disadvantage because it's actually on the ground, weirdly enough. But then advantage because it's stunned.
so
So
just straight
flat
roll.
Yeah.
Cool. One. Why is it set with advantage? Sorry, ignore that. 16, 20, 23.
They are all hit.
One,
Uh-oh.
2, 3.
We know what happens. Oh no.
Oh shit! Sorry.
I think that's the first ever swear word you've said. Wow.
Sorry.
I like how everyone's surprised but me.
Jesus.
I
Nice.
forgot! Oh my god, you guys take cover and I'm vulnerable to fire.
That's so funny. Your brains have so melted. Okay, everyone make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Well, you're fine. You're a monk.
Yeah, I know, but I like to feel involved.
Hmm.
Oh
Natural 20.
He sees this coming.
I'm just
Andy,
like, hang
no!
on.
I
If
literally,
you...
because I've become part of the one, I've completely forgotten everything. It's just like, yes, blow it out. Oh no, wait, that blows out.
So, Sigil Leaf actually passes on a 17. The rest of you, can you roll 2d6, Irina?
You just hear from the hive mind, oh no, oh no, oh no. Candlewick pipes up, oh yeah.
Yeah. Fire is erupting, and although he takes half, he takes full because it's 6. Burn, you burn. Okay. Alright, Kashan, you see this eruption of flame
You
suddenly.
failed, so you take 6, yeah.
Yeah, you take only
Do I
6.
technically take double if I'm vulnerable to fire?
Yes, you do, yes.
Okay.
Vulnerability is a bit painful.
Okay, that's fine. Let's not do that again.
Okay.
Because those of us that failed also take 1 charge.
And he's just
Right,
looking
right,
at
yeah.
you with a charred face, just like,
My apologies. That didn't go quite how I'd planned.
You mean how you all planned?
How we planned.
There we go.
I really hate this Irene.
Yeah, well, in a voice that only. Actually, it's still alive. I'm not going to go just yet. But what you see is the inner core of this creature suddenly burst aflame. It does Double damage. Oh no, it does do double damage.
Chris, also, no matter what, it's failed the dexterity save.
Yeah, exactly. Which means it's a full 12. Which means it does. Oh god, you just. Eirina, what have you done? What have you done? You hear
Did
a
I
voice
kill it?
inside your head. Yeah, and in a voice that only it hears. Ooh. Immolation is the sincerest form of flattery. This thing erupts in a bonfire of heat, and it simply separates in the middle. From where you snapped its spine, you see the top half is aflame and starts falling away, but it explodes up just a short second after, hitting everyone else with this wave of heat. And Eirina, it singes all across your leafy form, and you also hear the pain and screaming agony of the other sigil leaf. He's like, "No! Fire! A natural born enemy! Ah! It
Stop,
burns!"
drop, and roll.
What do you want?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
There was water in the previous room, right? I'm just gonna run and jump into the pond.
Yeah, there is a bit. Yeah, sure, you run and dive in that.
I'll drag the other sigil leaf with me and just be like, quick, to the water!
Alright, yeah, you splash inside that little pool of water there. It's murky and ridden with algae, but it definitely seems to do the job in extinguishing the fire. And I'd like Eirina to make me a charisma saving throw.
26.
Nice.
Okay.
I think
There is a moment where as this burning is stripping your outer layer of leafy vines and leafy flesh away, there's a moment where you feel as if you're burning, like you get this flashing image of a burning bridge, and you're able to maintain control and not fully burn the bridge, as that would be against the overall plan right here, right now. And the fire on that bridge is extinguished, and the bond remains true. And across that bridge, you hear the voices. Well done, you saved us. But the elemental, it has died. That poor young life has been snuffed out.
Well, back to the
Fire
puzzle.
is uncontrollable. I didn't intend to kill it. It just...
It is a strange dichotomy. You are one with us, but you are also strangely... Kind of squints momentarily, looking at you. There's voices, an echo of uncertainty, unsure, doubtfulness, scrutinize. And you just hear these voices like echoing. A sigil leaf would never burn another.
The sigil leaf would to protect the one.
That is true.
I am
Must
preserving
protect-
more lives by destroying that one.
Must protect the sun. The temple of the sun must be preserved, yes. Yes, and as
Exactly.
your voice echoes out, it seems to dilute any scrutiny on your part.
Yeah.
It might be me again then.
Oh, yeah, sure. You see this individual come over and grabs a hold of your shoulder, and you see the bark strip away from your form and re-enter into him. And as he does, he also casts another spell.
What?
That's right. Inflict wounds. I mean, cure wounds. We'll do it at 3rd level. So you heal for 16 hit points.
Okay.
And there you go. As you feel like this bark seemed to perhaps maybe do some repairing, restructuring of your of your bones, which got broken then. However, well, that is the danger dealt with. But Our entrance is still barred.
This guy, like, he knows what's on the other side of this door, right? He's seen it before.
He has.
Can he visualize it? How far away from the door are we?
You're like 10 foot away, or 10 or 20 foot.
Let me just check something. I want this one.
I haven't missed this screen.
Okay.
What? I think you're getting close.
So we're 10 feet, right? Did you say?
Look at the map. We're 10 to 15 foot away from it. Yeah, 15
Okay.
foot.
If I sit down and use ghostly gaze, can I see through the doors?
I mean, I have an X-ray shirt.
Yeah, but we can't cross it because the thingy's on the floor.
Hmm. How far does your ghostly gaze reach out
30.
to?
30 feet.
Okay. You can see through, like, well, you could maybe perhaps see through the door normally. However, there seems to be an element obscuring your vision that seems to be kind of this wispy life energy, perhaps, like coursing through these arms. And it's definitely some sort of magical barrier that's barring the way. It's not just like these are just natural looking roots and trees. Let me see your ghostly vision again. Just can you click the chat?
I can't pop it into the chat, but I can copy paste it. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
No, that one's Devil's Sight. That's the one.
Oh, because it's your invocation.
Yeah.
You can just do that. Okay. Solid objects. Yeah, so that's right. It's kind of like this ghostly, transparent image. And that these ghostly arms seems to have a magical life force about them that is barring entry and barring away. But your vision you're trying to peek through the gaps in it where the door is, and you can see a chamber from the other side. And it seems like there is this large mosaic of a sun on the floor. There are multiple chambers to the left, right, and in front as well. But that's as far as your vision goes. You can see this huge sun-like mosaic, and there is, there's a kind of a glow coming from inside. Like it's almost like it's as if it's lit up with its own daylight. But you don't see any skylight.
But I can see through the door.
You can see through the door, but you're looking through this kind of weird magical barrier. It's slightly transparent, and you're just poking your eyes around through the gaps of it, like you can see in the actual image of the door. And I'd like you to roll an Arcana check.
Sure. Let's take that off. Arcana. 19.
Okay. So you would know that although you can see through and get this image of the first chamber, there is definitely some sort of magical barrier that would prevent someone from perhaps teleporting into the actual temple.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what
I'm just gonna quickly describe the mosaic to both Andy and Kashan. Like in no glorious detail like I normally would. It'd just be like the basics.
Yeah. There's one more thing, that, like I mentioned, this life force coursing through the actual branches. It's as if this isn't just a mechanical thing happening. This isn't just a trap that can't be reasoned with. There is something living preventing entry, like a guardian of sorts. Not just a locked door, but an actual entity that is there.
Can we not just say, like, we are part of the one?
Can we just not say please?
Knock, knock!
Open sesame?
As you say these things, you see the knuckles kind of clench tighter on the door, like holding it, protecting it.
We were trying to make a joke. There's no need to get possessive.
I'm literally just going to turn to Siggy Leaf and just be like, no, none of us have any idea.
That is not true. You have idea.
But that involves looking at this again.
Hey,
You suck.
no. Hey, does
Oh, you're not helping.
I am. I will give you guidance.
How does
Kalios,
that
I like
help
that way.
us?
You can shove your guidance.
can roll a
I mean,
D4.
you can shove your guidance.
He'll cast daylight. He says, some of these cracks, some of the bark looks old. The symbols don't seem to be as clear. But the translation still does not make sense. I will shed some more light upon the engravings to see if I can make a clearer image. He'll cast daylight, and as he pulls out this sphere that sort of resembles the sun itself, yet it gives off no heat, he shines it across the symbols here, and you see that some of these symbols seem to become a little bit more clearer. For example, this one which you've arrowed resembles something a little bit more now. I'm gonna draw it on. Let me help you. There you go.
does Carriers have connection to Taclaw from where we are?
No, not right now.
Oh man, we really are at 2 different points.
Okay. Looks like you're confused by that one.
Hmm?
So the second letter becomes clearer, more obvious.
Does it?
At
Nothing.
least on the alphabet it does. You see the light on the actual symbols on the floor as well light up. It seems as though feeding this light seems to actually give it an luminescence as well. And one of the letters kind of clears away some of the old debris left on it.
How many spell slots do you all have? Can you shine it on every single letter?
Yeah, he's doing it. You're getting confused with another one as well, which is no. One second. Yep, okay. See where you're getting confused?
Oh. So some of them were wrong.
Well,
Not
no
wrong.
wonder we couldn't figure it out.
Not wrong, just not as obvious.
That's
And
an
what
S.
else? That one. Okay. Yeah, I can see why you're getting confused on that one as well. Here we go.
Oh wow, I used the wrong icons for all of them.
I didn't use them. But you try and find a Elvish alphabet that looks identical to someone else's handwriting of it. You know what I mean? Like, this is calligraphy compared to
I'm joking.
like what you would just see on like a
I'm
keyboard.
joking. I'm joking.
Okay. But it is that comparison, right? It's as if this has been an etching carved by some masterwork wood carver and done beautiful calligraphy. But on the actual keypad, where it is just stone pressure plates, it looks much more like letters, not just like this beautiful writing. It's like a keyboard is to calligraphy. And I'm going to keep going down and make sure you know any other ones that look stupid. That one. What's wrong with that one?
I can't see it anywhere.
Okay, let me have a look for it.
Which one? Can't you see?
This one here.
Oh, the one
Oh.
that looks like a B.
It's like an F,
There's
but
something
like
with a long tail and a long top that looks like that.
Okay.
Isn't it?
That does look like an F.
Yeah, I would say that's F.
So
And I've got 10 minutes, guys, just so you're aware.
As a side note, me and Jamie think that we figured out our puzzle.
Okay, alright. Well then, if there's a letter you guys get stuck on, just come back to it. But I did change this one as well. I changed W. And I changed H.
shame we can't just message them to come our way.
Crap.
That puzzle sucks. Like, it doesn't actually suck, but I mean, it's just difficult by the looks of it.
Yeah, I changed W, H, and those should help you. 1 second. There's one more, and that's E. E is that little arrow. I just realized what it means. The arrow means it's above, like an accent. Does that make sense?
Oh, so it's a
yeah,
line with.
yeah,
a
we
dot.
already knew that one.
Okay,
We
cool.
figured that
All right,
one out.
that's obvious. Cool. All right, cool. See, that part's like, oh, well, duh. But other parts are like, what? Anyway, all right, let's go back to the others.
Right, now, if Jamie can remove his
No!
obscene amount of.
What is this? Oh, sorry, Cam. I just forgot you was on that page.
It's
Also,
the
Chad needs
amount
stuff.
of times he said the way out.
yes. So at first I was thinking, is it literal? As in, does it mean way out? But then I was like, but W is all the way over here. So then I sort of took a bit more of a step back, and I thought, what about the way out? So the.
Oh, dear. So Llewellyn steps across the pressure plates. They all go down and they turn off because they're lit up with this kind of pale moonlight. Now they turn off, and when you get to the very end,
I stand there
you
like,
suddenly
please don't hurt, please don't hurt, please don't hurt.
you hear this as if like a cog and mechanism is turning, and you hear the sound of doors opening up. And
We got the
you'll
easy.
die. No, you don't take any damage. You're good.
Oh god.
You see in front of you is a corridor that seems to have indents and alcoves along the length of it. And in those alcoves are like these designs of sickle moons on the floors. And as you're approaching, or if you want to go in, that is, Rip Dip sort of claps like,
Yeah, you did it.
I'll wait
Easy.
for the others to copy my steps so they're behind.
Clever,
Yeah.
clever wizard.
Karis is just gonna pick up Rip Tip and follow the steps. Just
Okay.
for ease. He doesn't trust him to follow the path.
And we'll take a step in.
okay.
I'm assuming
Second.
we're still not close enough for Carius to have a connection with Tackler. Like, how close?
Really, no. They're on. It's hard to just. Let me think about that for a quick second.
It's possible that, in a way, we're in the exact same space, but not the same space. Maybe it's different at day and night somehow, like, somehow occupies a different part of reality.
I really want to just message them and be like,
Yeah, which means it's kind of a no. Yeah. I'm gonna say no, I'm afraid.
Damn it. I really want
Tackler
to
has not got a telepathic bond.
and just be like, yeah, come around the other way if you're stuck. Damn it. Oh, God.
Okay. Here we go, there's Rip Dip.
Alright. Well, this is why I brought you along, Lavelle, and you're the smart one.
Yeah.
I was just going to try to break through the wall, if I'm honest.
That probably would have gone well.
Yeah.
Especially when it says to avoid agony. Probably means if you try anything other than there will be agony.
Well, considering it's magic, I was actually thinking of throwing Rip Dip at it.
Oh no, don't worry. You don't need to get the puzzle wrong to inflict agony. Just look at the others.
That's mean.
That's just rude.
I hope you guys are having some luck now that Chris has given you the correct versions of the letters.
True agony is having a puzzle that has a different answer.
I've changed through the letters so they better resemble what's actually
Yeah,
up here.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Like, it's not quite obvious, I'll admit.
When Chris asks you what 2 + 2 is, but the answer is 7.
You've changed the actual letters in the symbols.
I've not changed them. I've just added little flares and little swirly spirally bits so it looks more like calligraphy.
Oh,
Does that make sense? Like, look at W. Look at K. Oh, sorry, H. And look at P.
P and
See
H
how they
help.
better-
W does.
I didn't change anything. I just put little flicks and flares on them so they're like, oh, okay. That makes
So
sense.
we can actually see what they are, you mean?
Well, they look like it to begin with. It's just a process of
Some
elimination.
of them look like it didn't even look like they were even on here. So we were like hazarding guesses for a lot
If
of
they're
it.
not on there, then it must be the closest one to it.
Okay, can you help me with the 6th one?
Which one?
The 6th.
Oh yeah, that one. Come back to that one.
No, I need that last one.
Okay. Tell you what. I see you're translating the rest of the words, but we will come back to it. Hold on 1 second. What have you got so far? What have you actually translated it as?
Jack shit. I need that one.
I'm working on it.
Come back to it. Look at the others.
Looking at the others and it doesn't make any sense.
What have you?
What have
I
you
just
guys
need-
the first word?
Yeah, I just need not the first word. Let's see what the last word is because it seems like you had really good luck with that. I see you put like 2 N's there and stuff. I can't see what Steph and Kirsty have got and where their process is at. So
That's because the screen is a mess and I can't make heads or tails of half of it.
sure.
Oh wow! It still looks like a lot of gibberish, even after.
Of course, even after translating. Wait, sorry, Steph. I just missed it. Did you just hold it up to the camera? No, don't know what you're talking about.
Which page?
Page.
Look, we've got this version, we've got this version, this version.
Oh, well,
I'm currently working on. Okay.
damn, I tortured these guys. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So can we have
Okay.
the 6th fucking symbol, please?
You'd probably figure out rocket science quicker. Than
Is it
this.
a vowel or a consonant?
Is this? That is just painful. I'm just looking at it now, like, oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Glad that is not what we got on our side. Oh god.
I've got to reverse engineer it. I do have the answer, but it doesn't make sense to me.
I have the answer, but it doesn't make sense to me. Did you literally just say that?
Literally,
Well,
okay, so
I
the
have
first...
the answer, no.
So the first 5 letters are exactly how I'm feeling.
Okay, which
And
is
then
what? What did you spell it as? What's the first word?
UNHNG.
The first word is UNH.
To be fair, the last
This one, yeah.
the last 3 letters are very relatable.
There's 3 characters on the first word.
Oh,
Yeah, the last 3 are relatable. Can I go to bed now?
UNH.
I'm going to bed in a minute. Anyway.
Okay, well, that's fine. We might actually call it here because this puzzle's been an absolute sham. But it's fine. You can always come back to it with fresh eyes next time. But I just wanted to know what you got as the first word because that was where it's one. It's just a 3-letter word.
Yeah.
What?
Cam's got there. UNH.
Yeah.
UNH.
U? Okay.
I
so-
don't think that's a H.
Ooh.
That
Should it-
upside down thing is the symbol for... Oh, no, it's K. UNK. K. Unk. There we go. Now it's starting to make sense.
And I'm going to bed, people.
All right. Okay. Let's call it there because this is a torturous puzzle. I didn't mean to be. It was obviously hard and tricky, but I didn't want it to just be a simple translation. Otherwise, anyone could go up and be like, "Oh, it means that," and then just walk into the temple. It's got to be hard, otherwise, other people would just be like, "Hey, look, free temple, free loot, guys." Anyway, we're gonna call it there. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Sunday, with Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, and again on Monday for the Curse Breakers, followed by Doom of Annihilation, the Last Resort Company. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Oh, it meant to be ending. Bye.
Bye bye.